everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and we're gonna get into my makeup collection. I'm giving y'all part 2 and probably 3 of my eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna record it today. I don't know which ones I'm gonna do first, but I figured I'll show y'all some. So these are all of my small palettes. I actually have both these color block palettes on my eyes right now, and I'm editing the video while I'm standing here filming this video. So these are my 2 drawers. Oh, sorry, that's my grandma. If you all remember, she died in July of last year. So since she's the reason I started wearing makeup, I keep the, prayer cards from her graveside service in my drawer. But this is what these 2 areas look like. Let me open the drawers and show you the other ones, because I'm going to go through the big ones first, and then we'll go through these last, because I feel like this is going to be the most time consuming, and I don't feel like being bothered. Yes, that is salt on my dresser. Don't ask. Okay, y'all, so we at the home stretch when it comes to my eyeshadow palette collection. I'm sorry if you hear the fireworks in the background, but this is my last drawer that I have at home. I have bought some newer palettes, but I'm just not going to go through those. They're already in the drawers and put away, so next go round, I guess you'll see those. I'm sure you've already seen videos on most of them. It's only a couple I bought that were new that I didn't do. But this is the, fine grind palette that everybody was finding at TJ Maxx that they never released from Marc Jacobs. This is what it looks like on the inside. Of course, we know I was going to try to find this once I found out it was a cool tone color story. We know I love a cool tone color story, and the shimmers in here are really nice. The mattes are really nice, so I was happy to get my hands on it. I just happened to be in TJ Maxx and saw it and was like, what is this? Never heard of this one. And then I saw the packaging. That's when I knew. Next, this is Stiletto. This is the late, great Mel Thompson, one of her favorite Marc Jacobs quads. It's one of my favorite Marc Jacobs palettes as well. I love the color story of this, but again, it's grungy, cool tonish type vibe, so we see why I love it. Now, I don't really like the shimmers in here that much, because this satin one is okay, and this is like a weird chunky type shade, so I wasn't necessarily feeling that, but I was holding on to it just because I know it's like an excellent palette. It just doesn't necessarily suit my fancy all the time. Next, I have the what is this, Cherrific Palette. I remember when Timmy the Fancy Face talking so much crap about this palette. I like the packaging of it though, and I think the color story is fine. I think it was good for the holidays, and I'm glad I got my hands on it. I mean, I don't think it's worth the price that he charged for it, but I mean, like, the packaging, color, and the cute little cherry on it was nice to me, so that's why I got it. Plus, I think I got it during the 20% off sale. Next, I have Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. This is the 2020 collection from Charlotte Tilbury for holiday. This is what it looks like on the inside. I like the color story of this okay. As you can see, mine ended up having a casualty. This gold broke. But since it's a gold, we know I truly don't really care about it too much. But, I usually keep her palettes kind of for reference, if you will, because I do talk about the brand from time to time. I'm never really that flattered with her eyeshadow formula, though. Like, I feel like it's just mediocre compared to Mother's and Natasha's, and then her color stories. I feel like her mattes are just too soft for my liking, and her shimmers are as well. Next, we have the Instant Eye Palette Smoky Eyes Are Forever. This is the 2021 collection she came out with, and this just seems to be a more like greener jewel tonedish version of the one from the year before. That one had a little more bright colors. This one had a little more smoky grungy colors, thus the name. I like the formula of this one better than the first one, but again, I don't know. Her formula just isn't acceptable to me, and then it's always too, powdery? Not powdery, I'm sorry. It's always not pigmented enough. That's what I meant to say. Okay, next I have my new Pat McGrath quad. What is this called? Midnight Voyage. I got this when the new blushes came out, and I gave y'all a whole look with it, whatever. To me, this is a great palette to travel with on vacation. Like, I can put this with the Eye Ecstasy kit, make some nice little looks, because y'all know I love a purple moment, and the majority of this is purple, and then there's a purple matte in there, I believe, as well, in addition to this darker, like, shade. So, I'm going to put this in my travel bag when I do travel. I'm hoping to go somewhere, one place at least this year. Next, I have this Juvia's Place, the Rebel Army quad. This is what it looks like on the inside. That's a nice little green quad. I did have it in the other drawer, so I don't remember if I put it in the video of the other drawer. If I did, my apologies, but this is what it looks like. I'm pretty sure I did now that I think about it. And here's the mint one. This is what it looks like. Yeah, because I remember talking about how I didn't like the gray one that much, but I already had it in my collection, so we're going to just edit this part out. Next, I have some new palettes I want to show you that I just got in the mail recently. One is BH Cosmetics. Wait, no. Sorry. All of them are ColourPop. That's my bad if I meant to say so. I bought a couple of the sports teams ones. And then I bought the Up Quartz. Y'all know I had the Up Quartz from when I did the review. This is what she looks like on the inside. I want to mix some of the shades from the Brooklyn Nets with this palette, and I'll show you in a second. Let me move on to the side, but this is what the Brooklyn Nets looks like. See, it has more of that cooler smoky tone type vibe to it, and I feel like if I combine both these palettes together, I have a palette I actually like. The only thing that sucks is both the blacks have like shimmer in them, which is what I truly hate about this palette, because I was hoping it didn't have the shimmers in it, but it has shimmers in it just like this one does, so I'm disappointed in that. But I mean, it's less shimmer in this one than it is in that one, so I'll probably end up switching them out, make a different look. And last, I have the Boston Celtics palette. I bought this just to take some of the shades out of it and put it in some other palettes as well. So I took some of the shades out of here and put them in, was it in the Limelight and what's the other one, the Tinkerbell palette, along with the One and Done palette. I took some shades out of there and put those in there as well. But I'm going to just use these as palettes to like combine with other palettes when they come out with bigger palettes that I'm interested in. So that's what those three are mainly for. Next, let's get into some Vidyard. So I got the Choo Choo palette here. Move that one to the side. I actually did a video for this for you all recently, because they re-released it for this summer. So that should be coming up, I think, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So that should be coming up July the 3rd. Yeah, July the 3rd, I'll have this video going up on this particular palette. I forgot what goes up on the 4th, but I'm pretty sure this one goes up on the 3rd. And you'll hear my thoughts on it, because although I bought this a little while ago, I had to buy mine on Mercari because I didn't know they were releasing it and I wanted to try it. And it's hard to get. They ended up releasing it, so I was like, I'll just go ahead and film a video and act like it's new to me, because technically it is new to me. Next, we have the Paris El Tendu. I believe that's how you say it. This is what it looks like on the inside. I heard Karen raving about this, so I was like, let me go ahead and try it. I didn't like it that much, but I do like the color story. Maybe I'll try it again and see how I feel about it, but I wasn't really impressed with the black that much. And then I think I just used this shade or one of these shades to get it done. I mainly want to try the blue and the purple. Y'all know that's what I'm most excited about with this palette, so maybe when I try it again, I'll like those, but I wasn't that big a fan of the black in here. Now we're going to get into the newer palettes they came out with, and then the holiday palettes from the year before in these little packaging. So this is the pastel palette, the blue one. I showed you all on Beauty Bay that this was actually on sale for, I think, $17.50. Norm cost $25, so I hope you snagged it, because they went back up on the price to $25 on this now, so you can't get it. But this is what she looks like. They're just starting to do that like neutral with a pop of blue again, which I don't have a problem with. Next, I have the what is it, pistachio or pistache palette. Is what it looks like on the inside. I like the color story of this. It gives me like matcha tea green vibes, and then you can like put this green on the lid, put that in the inner corner, and dust this in your crease. So this one is actually a one and done type palette for me. The only thing is I feel like the green isn't pigmented enough for someone my skin tone. But since it's supposed to be a pastel type vibe, I didn't expect too much. Last, I have the Lavender. This was my favorite one out of all of them, but you have to think I have the Violet Intendu. So it's like this one isn't truly necessary for me, because some of those shades are in this palette. And I was actually thinking about just taking the shades out of there, taking these shades out of here and putting them in that palette and taking out some of those sequin shades that are in there. Because if I remember correctly, there's a sequin shade in that one. And since these are the same size as that, if I remember correctly, these might be a little bit bigger and I won't be able to. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to look into it. So that is this one. But this is my favorite one out of the three. Spoiler alert, just in case you didn't see my video, because I did make a video on all three of these. Just like I made a video on all three of these that came out the holiday of, what was it, 2021? I believe this came out holiday of 2021. It might have been 2020. Don't quote me. I just knocked over all the color palettes, so I'm trying to adjust them while I'm sitting here. But yes, this one is called the Lapis. And this is what she looks like on the inside. So I switched my Lapis around with another palette that I had from them, because they had, I think, 4 palettes come out in this collection, and I bought like all 4 of them, but these were the 3 that I made my own combination of to make it look the way I wanted them to look. So I took out basically all the beige shades for the most part, like the beige shade that was in here. I replaced with the black in this palette, and I took the beige shades out of all the other palettes and put some shimmers in instead. So this is what this one particular palette looks like. Next, I have the Peridot. I think this is the only one I didn't change around, if I remember correctly. But the one underneath it, I'm pretty sure I changed around as well. This is what it looks like on the inside. I feel like it would have gone nicer with the pistachio palette from the other one if they had given me a darker green matte, because then I could combine both colors to make a nice look. This is the Garnet palette. what she looks like on the inside. So as you can see, I just made this an all shimmer quad because I wasn't feeling, again, the one matte shade they put in there that didn't work with my skin tone. So I just replaced it with the gold shade from another palette that I had that I ended up leaving my grandmother's house. After I took all the light shades out of all the other palettes, I ended up with a palette full of light shades and like one champagne shimmer that I already had. So I was like, I don't need all this. So then I just was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'll end with the affordable stuff. So next we're gonna get into some more like influencer type brands. So this is the Persona Cosmetics, what is it, Brick Theory palette. I've had this for a while. I liked these little bags they came out with. It came with an eyeliner, a brush, and the eyeshadow palette. This is one of the eyeshadow palettes. And then I have the Pink Theory one. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And this one is all matte. As you saw, the other one had a shimmer in it. I actually liked this one way better than I liked that one. But again, I think it's just because it's a cool tone story. And the other one is warm tone. And I like my cool tones way more than my warm tones. Next, I got all my Dose of Color palettes. So some of them in the old packaging, some of them in the new packaging. I'm going to go from the older ones to the new ones, I guess. So I'm going to order I bought them. So we got Blushing Berries. What she looks like on the inside. I like this one to go with the Smoky Soiree they just came out with because it has the nice red mattes to go with the darker tones in there. So I keep it for that. I don't necessarily like reds on their own. Y'all know I'm not really big on red eyeshadow. Next, I have Pretty Cool. This is one of my favorites. I loved this one and the, what is it? Marvelous Mauve's the best because it was mauve toned, and y'all know I live for a mauve tone moment. That was the one I actually used the most next to Pretty Cool here. But I just like this one as a whole. That's why I keep it, because it's like when I have toppers or if I need to rush out really quick, I know these mattes are going to blend out nicely. They'll be powdery, but they'll blend out smoothly, look nice on the eye, and then I can just put like a single shadow on the lid or get a super shock and pop it on the lid real quick and go. So that's why I like to keep these palettes around, because sometimes I'm in a rush and I still don't want to do a neutral. I still want to do it. And even if I do, I want to do a neutral. It's true to me, so cool tones would be it. Next, I have Snow Angels. Now, this was really hard to blend. I loved the color story on this palette, but it was hard to blend. Like, I feel like this navy blue was hard to blend, and then this darker shade was hard to blend. I just felt like for some reason these mattes were hard to blend. So I don't know if it was because it was holiday. She didn't like take the effort that she normally takes, but these were difficult to blend, and I wasn't necessarily in love with them, but I do love the color story of this palette, which is why I always hold on to it. Like a clown. Next, I have the Cutting Edge palette. So I bought these last year when they went 50% off on her website. Every year she does 50% off for the anniversary sale of the company. And every year I buy whatever stuff I've been looking at from the brand for a while, because since I don't feel like they're really a brand that gets talked about that much anymore, I don't feel the need to go out and pay regular price. And since I know you're having a sale every year, I just wait for the sale and buy it. But I really do love the color story of this one. It has a nice orange pops to it. Then it has dark greens. And then I can put Pretty Cool with this one if I want some more deeper tones to go with these dark greens and these bright golds. Just like I told you all, I used the Blushing Berries with the this one, Smoky Soiree. So I like to use it with this because, as you can see, it has this like darker type wannabe burgundy shade, but it has a lot of deeper redder tones, and y'all know I like those tones more than I would this one, because this one's still a little too neutral for me. And it has these sparkly shimmers in it, so I can use the red bright tones in the Blushing Berries, and then I can use the shimmers in here along with some of these mattes if I feel like the mattes in there aren't deep enough or aren't what I necessarily want at the time. Ooh, that mirror is blinded. Good Lord. Okay, so let's get into my Natasha Denona ones. I have used, I think I used just about all of these this week, except for two. I'll tell you which ones I didn't use. So, what was it? Yesterday when I went to work, Thursday when I went to work, I used this Mini Love palette with this Mini Crush palette. So here's what they look like side by side. This is Mini Love and this is Mini Crush. I did a really nice eye look. I kind of blended both these colors together on the outer V. I blended these two colors together in the crease. I put this shade toward the back of the lid. Sorry, I put this shade toward the back of the lid. I put this shade toward the front of the lid. I put this one in the inner corner. And then if I remember correctly, I ran this one on my lower lash line. And that's how I got my eye look that I posted on, I think it was Thursday or Friday morning. I used both of these palettes. Then the one I posted today on Instagram was with the Mini Retro palette. So this is what she looks like on the inside. It took me a while to buy a lot of these Mini Natasha Denona palettes, because you got to think how many big ones I have. So I was like, what the hell do I need the mini ones for? And if you all didn't notice, they went up along with the Mothership palettes. The Mothership palettes are now $127. These are now $27, and then the midi palettes are now $67 instead of $65. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but I was going to make note of it in this video since we're talking about Natasha Denona stuff. But yeah, so this is what it looks like on the inside. I just kept it simple. If I remember correctly, I just used this on my outer V. I used this on my crease. I used this on my lid. I'm pretty sure I used this or this one in my inner corner. And then I just took the light pink from the Crush palette and put it on my lower lash line. And that's how I got an eye look. So far, I actually have not used the Mini Tropic palette. I know, right? The most colorful one of all I haven't used. But if I remember correctly, the late, great Mel Thompson said some of the colors in here were better than the Tropic palette itself. And I don't remember using any of the colors in the Tropic palette. I moved them around and added them to my, what's that palette called? The Circle Local palette. But I still haven't actually used them, as crazy as that sounds. So, I need to go ahead and use this one. But I got so many colorful palettes out now that I bought from indie brands that I honestly just rather reach for, which is why I haven't used it yet. I haven't used this one this go round either. I did make a video on this and compare it to another palette. This is a Xenon palette. I really like this palette. I heard Morgan Turner saying that the one from ColourPop was better than this one. I didn't buy the ColourPop one, so I don't know. I'm thinking about comparing this one though to the one from what do you call it? From Kaleidos. They're having a 15% off sale right now, and I was gonna buy their quads now since they're on sale because I don't know, because they were like neutral tone things. I wasn't in a rush to buy them at regular price. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But now they're on sale, I'm tempted to buy them. So I might go ahead and buy them and then do a comparison. Y'all can let me know down below if you're interested or not. I know I'm super late to the party, but you know, there you go. This is the BB palette, and I use this in combination with the Mini Glam palette here sometime this week. So what I did was I just took all the corals out of this palette, and or did I just use this one by itself? I think I might have used this one by itself. I'm not 100% sure though. I feel like I added this one to it, but don't quote me. I know I put this shade on the lid. I think I had like this shade on the outer V, and I think I dusted like this one in the crease, or I put this one on the outer V and used this one on the lid, and then dusted this one in the crease and put this in the inner corner. I feel like that's what I did. Don't quote me, but I know I have used both of these palettes last week, because I tried to use all my mini Natasha Denona palettes last week. So there are those two. I know my girl Dabs Makeup just ranked all of hers on Instagram. That was cool. And then I used the was it Mini Star and Mini Metropolis palettes together when I took my son and his friends to the movies last Saturday. I took them to movies this Saturday too, but I used the Naughty Nude palette from Huda Beauty that I just got in the mail from the 40% off sale. So what I did was I put both these shades on the outer V. I'm pretty sure I put this shade in the crease. I put this toward the back of the eye, and then this toward the front of the eye. And then I put this shade in the inner corner, and that's the eye look I got. So I was going to declutter this, but then I was like, you know, since I have a YouTube channel, I should probably hold on to it, especially since it was limited edition, and I don't think you can get it anymore. So that's the only reason I'm holding on to it. If I was like just a regular everyday consumer, I would have gotten rid of that palette since I bought the full-size one. But since I do review an Untitled Natasha Denona, I felt the need to hold on to it. Okay, so we're getting down to nitty-gritty, y'all. We're down to the e.l.f. quads and then the ColourPop quads, and that's it. Finito, we're done. So we're going to start off with this one of the originals. This is the Hot Jalapeno one. I love the color story of this. Now, to me, this is the perfect go-to quad for when you need to rush and you love color like I do. You get your fun, quick colors. I can put this on the outer V. I can blend this in my crease. This goes all over the lid, and this is my bright in the corner shade, and I'm good to go. And the pigmentation and quality of these are amazing, especially for the price point of $4. Honey. Next, I have, what is the name of this one? Because I forgot. This is Meant to Be. And this is what it looks like. I bought this one mainly for the shimmers because, I mean, I don't necessarily like this grayish shade. And obviously, this shade is way too light. So, unless I'm going to pat this all over the lid, this is going to be my outer V shade. And one of these always has to be my inner corner. I can't use this. That's why I bought them in conjunction together. The only thing that sucks is the one that's called Chocolate Mint has, you know, neutrals in it because they couldn't just give us a mint palette. And this was the one that broke, of course, the one that would actually work for my skin tone. But, you know, I like both of them just fine. Again, for, I think these were $5 instead of $4 because of limited packaging. You probably had to pay extra $1 for this packaging being changed colors. But I thought it was worth it. I heard some other people saying they didn't think it was worth it. But, you know, it was worth it to me. So I was glad to have it in my collection. So now we're gonna get into all the ColourPop palettes because I have a few. Small ones, big ones, all types of ones. So I'll start off with the newest one I got, and then we'll work our way through the older one. So the newest one I got was this. What is this called? Wait and See. This is the newest blue one that they launched with the collection that they just launched at Ulta. This is what she looks like. It's a gorgeous blue quad. Y'all know I had to buy it because it was blue. And I'm a sucker for blue shadows. So there you go. I got the Kosas Clear palette because I heard Andrea Montanaro raving about this palette. She's talking about how nice the quality was and her best eyeshadow palette she tried so far in 2022. So when it went on sale, because it's a 9-pan, it went on sale for $9 instead of it being $12. I went ahead and bought it because I was like, she said it was good. It has a lot of those mauve tones I like, and then it has like these nice little cute marble shades and these really metallic-y glittery shimmers. So I figured I'll try it out and see what I think of it. Plus I have mauve 4-pan quads that I can use from them that I can use with this palette, since we know I'm not going to most likely use these neutrals that they put in there. I mainly bought it for the marble shimmers, to be honest, not necessarily the mattes, just because they're not, you know, colors that I'll generally use. But, you know, they were here, we were here, it was all available, and they were $9, so I just went ahead and bought them. So next I have the Set on Sapphire. These are the ones that came out with the holiday. They end up being like, I think $4 when I bought all these. So they had one of those last call sales where they was getting rid of a whole bunch of stock from the holiday season into the new year. So I went ahead and bought it because, I mean, look at this color story. I absolutely love it. Even though I just got this color story, looking like a whole clown because I got this blue one and that blue one. But, you know, it doesn't even matter. I'll take all the blue ones. And I got 2 blue ones of the 5-pans. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Mind your business. I'm minding my business. Mind your business. You know, and everybody will be in a happier place. Next, I have an Emerald Away. So, of course, y'all know I'm going to buy the green one as well. I have used every single one of these small ones, too, because I want to make sure I used all of them so I can see the quality was good. They say the quality on these is pretty exceptional. And it is. I feel like it's better than sometimes some of the palettes, as sad as that is. And it's like it's 4-pan quads that you can do all this amazing stuff with. But you can't give me a decent eyeshadow palette sometimes. Like, girl, we need to have a discussion. What is the problem? What do we need to do? Do we need to take it to the king? Like, what? Next, I got a Gate. So this is the purple one. If y'all haven't noticed, when I do line things up, I usually go blue, green, purple. If you haven't been able to tell by the pattern I've been showing you blue, green, purple. So this color story is gorgeous to me. I really love that shade right there. This one kind of reminds me of the Secret Life of a Scorpio one, though. It just seems to have like all deeper mattes and shimmers as opposed to, like, you know, a lighter matte, because I feel like in that one there's a lighter matte. You'll see that one in a second, because if you did not know, GL Beauty is a Scorpio, which is why my birthday giveaways are always in November, because Sister Girl is a November Scorpio. We're not like Drake. We're not October one. We're a November one. Next, I have the Really Ruby palette. I think all these are on sale for $4 right now on their website still. Don't quote me because, you know, I could be wrong, but this is what she looks like on the inside. It looks okay. I wasn't as crazy about this one as the other ones, but I was like, for $4 and the quality is really nice, I'll go ahead and get it, because these are the type of palettes I'll take on vacation with me. So that way I don't have to spend $1 million on my expensive makeup, even though I have some expensive quads that I do like to take with me sometimes, like the Pat McGrath one I just showed y'all a little bit earlier. I would take that one on vacation and be fine with it, because I have so many big Pat McGrath palettes. I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. This is the Secret Life of a Scorpio. You see what I'm talking about? Like, it has these deeper shimmers in it, but it has this lighter matte, and then it has a darker outer V shade as well. I've used this one once. Again, I was trying not to use this one too much because it's my zodiac sign, and my zodiac sign is always sold out. Like, if you go to their website now, the other people's zodiac signs are still there. I mean, some of them are gone, but this one for sure was gone. I was like, well, the color story is fire. Plus, you know, Scorpios are fire. So that's why it's gone. Look at me toot my own horn. But, I mean, hey, it's true. The Scorpio one was gone when a lot of those other zodiac signs are still there. So, Now, let's get into the 5-pan so we can wrap this up, girl. Because, I'm tired. It looks like we're going to be done in 30 minutes like I was hoping for. Check me out. So, this is Statement Piece. This is from the Too Hot collection, with all the fleur de lises on them. So what I did was I bought the summer collection, and then I ended up buying the fall collection that they had during the holiday sale. The whole little palette or whatever. The whole little 4-pan or 5-pan palette sets. And I paired them with the matching colors. Like, this one is all a flutter. I feel like this one is a good fall version of the one I just showed you. So I pair it with that one. So that way I can do a palette mashup and use these more often, because I feel like it'll just be a gorgeous color combination. So I don't think I've tried this one yet, though. I tried to try just about every one of them, but I think this one has not been tried yet. Because these aren't colors I reach for that often. You know that. I know that. So I'm like, I'm not going to pretend like, oh, yes, they're all the rage. I'm absolutely in love. Like, I'm not too crazy about that color story, so I'm not surprised I haven't really used that one that often, you know? Next, I have the Too Hot palette from the Too Hot collection. Or the Hot Heat collection. I forgot exactly what it was called. This is a very bright pink palette. I think it's quite pretty. I know some people said they didn't like the formula on these and they didn't like these, but I like them just fine. I know they went on sale and I was mad because I'm like, I had paid regular price, and I'm like, I could have got them for like half the price, because I think just about all the colors went on sale, and I was feeling some type of way. Because, I mean, hello. Next, we have Over the Cocoon. Again, I feel like this is like a deeper barrier tone version of that palette. So I would like to combine that one and this one, because that way you can use some of these deeper shimmers and some of these deeper outer V shades to go with those lighter shades. And if you wanted like a brighter pop of pink with some more mauve-y berryish tone shades, you can go ahead and use these together and make a nice combination. Now, I do think I have used this palette and the Too Hot palette. I don't think I use them in conjunction together, but I know I have used both of them. Next, I have the Rumor Has It palette. Y'all know I was going to have the blue one, right? I have, I think, just about every blue palette I have seen that ColourPop has. If they have a blue palette, I'm most likely buying it like a whole clown. I don't care. I'm fine with that. I will buy all of them like a clown, because I love some blue eyeshadow. But this is what she looks like. Absolutely stunning. I don't like the fact that the sequin shade is there, but you know, like, the world's not going to come to an end because it's there. It's not that big a deal. I just adjust and move on. The next one I have is Social Butterfly. So to me, this is like a mini version of the, what is that palette called? The one that Elf came out with this year, the Cookies and, what is it, Cookies and Cream, Cookies and Dream. Or the, it's a miniature version of the Melt Blueprint palette. So if you don't have that palette, I feel like this would be a good alternative for you. I don't think they sell this one anymore though, but if you did get your hands on it, it's a good alternative to those, in my personal opinion. I think I did a main chick showing that as well. If I did, now I need to go check, because if I didn't, I'm gonna have to put that aside and make that happen. But that's definitely a great alternative to paying crazy prices. Next, this is High Society. To me, this is just like a mixture of Just My Luck and, what's that other one called? Well, not Meant to Be, but I mean, I guess this shade is kind of minty. To me, it just looks like more of a regular green. So to me, this just seems like another version of Just My Luck with more brighter shades in it. But I really like it. And of course, y'all know I have its fall counterpart. Let me show that to you. It is called Fly Away. So it's this dark, grungy, greenish, olivish type shade. So to me, this seems like it could be a good dupe for the what's that palette called? The Child, the cutest one in the galaxy. Yeah, the Child palette. I feel like this is a good dupe for that. It's just a 5-pan as opposed to a bigger one. So now we're gonna have to do a 5 brands to dupe themselves for that. I will grab that out the drawer when I get done with this video, but I'm always finding dupes while I be doing this type of stuff. Next, we're going to get into, I'm telling y'all, we're close to the end. We have the Cashmere Forever palette. This one actually is currently on sale at Ulta for 50% off, so I believe it's $5 right now. I really like the color story on this. Y'all know I love me Purple Moment. I feel like this is a good dupe for the, what's that palette called? This is a, to me, this is a mixture of Just My Luck. Sorry, to me, this is a mixture of It's My Pleasure and Lilac You a Lot. To me, that's what it gives me, because these two give me Lilac You a Lot, and these three give me It's My Pleasure. So it's like, if you wanted a condensed version of those two, you could just buy this one for $5 at Ulta right now and save yourself some coins, girl. I'm pretty sure I've done a main chick saying that already, though, so I don't need to do that again. This is On a Wing. I like the color story of this. I feel like it's really similar to that Orchid You Not palette. So if you wanted a miniature version of that palette, I feel like this is similar to it. I'm not saying it's exact, so don't put words in my mouth. I said it's similar, not exact. It's not totally exact. It's just like the other blue quad I showed you compared to the other blue quad. It's like they make stuff close enough to where you could get by, but it's not exact. Next, we have the new Millennium palette. I think these came out 2020. These are the ones that were hard to open. I got rid of the third one that came out, just because I didn't like it. I think I ended up giving it to my cousins. I did not like the form of that one at all. But I liked these okay. This pinkish purple type vibe. that I have going on. And then Just a Glitch is probably my favorite color combination that came out with this Millennium collection that they had, or 2000s, whatever they were calling it. This is it, Just a Glitch. Look at this color story. I mean, doesn't this color story scream me? It has these periwinkle type shade. It has these iridescent type shimmers in the inner corner. And then it has this green and this green to go with it. So I just absolutely love this. So it's like these two you can pair together for an eye look, and these two you can pair together for an eye look, and just simply put that in the inner corner for both eye looks. And there's an eye look for you. So I am finally done with my eyeshadow palette collection. I'm not going to be pulling out my singles, girl. I'm not pulling out single eyeshadows. I'm not pulling out single liquid eyeshadows. I'm not pulling out super shock shadows. So this is it. This is all you getting. I'm tired, girl. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, y'all are diamonds. I'm going to start on my foundation and concealer and powders next, because again, since my channel is really big on doing a lot of complexion videos, doing a lot of eyeshadow videos, I figured I'd start off with what you asked me for first. Somebody asked me for my whole makeup collection, but I started off with what I figured you would be most excited about, my eyeshadow palettes. Next, we're gonna get into my complexion though, because if you all saw my counter, there's a lot of complexion that we need to be addressing. And I might do like a mini declutter with it too, just because I got so much complexion. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.